Over last week, I've been covering a really interesting question that Pi Network threw out to its community. What's going to create the most real-world impact for Pi? Gaming, payments, or the tools that make everything else possible? I already made videos on gaming and P2P payments. Links are in the description. Go check those out after this. But today, I'm finishing the series with the one option that I think every pioneer needs to pay close attention to: ecosystem tools. Smart contracts, and the Pi Launchpad. And if you've been mining Pi, holding Pi, believing in Pi through all the waiting, this video is for you. Because what's being built right now is exactly what makes your Pi worth something real. Let me show you why. Pi just activated something called smart contracts on its main network. And I know that sounds technical, but stay with me because what this means for you as a pioneer is actually really exciting. Before smart contracts, Pi was like a currency that people could hold but couldn't fully use yet. Like having money in your pocket, but the shops aren't open yet. Smart contracts open the shops. They allow apps, businesses, and developers to build things on Pi that actually work automatically. Payments that process themselves, rewards that send themselves, services that run on their own. No waiting for someone to do it manually. It just works. And this is already live. On Pi's main network right now. Over 215 developers submitted apps during Pi's building competition last year alone. These are real people spending real time building real things because they believe the platform is ready, and that number is only going to grow. Pi has gone from being a mining app on your phone to a full platform where the economy is starting to come alive. And every pioneer who has been here from the beginning gets to be part of that from the ground floor. Now let me tell you what smart contracts actually mean for you personally as a pioneer, because I think this is where it gets really good. Think about a vending machine. You put your money in, press a button, and your snack comes out. No shop assistant, no waiting. It just happens automatically because the rule was already programmed in. That's what smart contracts do. They allow Pi to run on rules that execute automatically. So when a business on Pi charges a monthly fee, it happens automatically in Pi. When an app rewards you for playing or participating, it pays you automatically in Pi. When two people agree on a deal, the payment settles itself without anyone in the middle. What does that mean for you? It means Pi in your wallet becomes more useful every single day. The more businesses and apps that plug into Pi using smart contracts, the more places you can spend your Pi, earn more Pi, and see your Pi doing real work in the real world. And here's something that makes Pi special that most people don't talk about enough. Pi actually knows who its users are. Over 14 million verified, real humans. So when businesses build on Pi, they're building for a verified, trusted community. That's you that makes Pi a more attractive place to build than almost any other platform out there. Now let's talk about the Pi Launchpad, because this one directly affects how much your Pi grows in value over time. Here's the thing about any currency. Its value depends on how many people use it and how many places accept it. The more useful Pi becomes, the more demand there is for Pi. The more demand there is, the more your stack of Pi is worth. The Launchpad is what brings developers and businesses into Pi's world. Think of it as Pi's own app store, but instead of developers having to find their own audience from scratch, they instantly get access to 60 million pioneers who are already here, already engaged, already waiting for things to do with their Pi. That's an incredible offer for any developer or business. And when developers come, they build apps. When apps get built, pioneers have more places to use Pi. When pioneers use Pi more, demand goes up. When demand goes up, the value of every pioneer's stake goes up with it. This is the cycle that turns Pi from something you mined on your phone into something that genuinely holds and grows in value. And the Launchpad is the engine driving that cycle. At Consensus 2026 in Miami, Dr. Fan, one of Pi's founders, said something that stuck with me. She said, "Growth in the modern world is about real people actually using things, not just launching a coin and hoping for the best." And that's exactly the direction Pi is moving. Real usage, real people, real value. So what should you as a pioneer actually expect from all of this going forward? Let me be straight with you. More apps are coming. Developers are already building. The tools are ready. And every new app that launches on Pi is another reason for someone to want Pi, spend Pi, and need Pi. That's good for every single pioneer holding Pi right now. More businesses will start accepting Pi. Because smart contracts make it easy and automatic for them to do so. The barrier to accepting Pi as a payment is getting lower, which means the number of places you can spend your Pi is going to keep growing. Your Pi becomes more valuable the busier the ecosystem gets, and right now, the ecosystem is waking up in a big way. The infrastructure is in place, the developers are showing up. The only direction from here is forward. Gaming is exciting. I covered CDI games, and what those numbers showed was genuinely impressive in the first video on this 3-part series. Payments are powerful. I broke that down in the second video. But none of it reaches its full potential without the tools we're talking about today. Smart contracts make payments automatic and scalable. The Launchpad brings the builders in. Together, they are what turns Pi from a promise into a functioning economy. So finally, ecosystem tools. Smart contracts and the Pi Launchpad are what make every other part of Pi's future possible and what make your stake in Pi worth holding. If you missed the first and second video on gaming and on payments, they're linked in the description. Go watch those two and then come back and drop a comment. Subscribe if you're not already here. For more Pi Network updates, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.